Think about the hardest moment in your life, the one that shook you to your core. At that time, it felt unbearable, didn't it? But look at you now. You survived it. You grew from it. What if I told you that pain is not your enemy, but your greatest teacher? A teacher that never lies, never flatters, and never leaves you the same. Today, let's talk about how pain shapes us, molds us, and teaches us lessons no book or classroom ever could. Number one, pain is not punishment, it is guidance. Pain is not punishment, it is guidance. Many people confuse their suffering as some sort of penalty, as though life is handing out sentences for mistakes they cannot undo. But pain does not arrive to condemn you, it arrives to guide you. It points you toward lessons you might have missed, truths you may have overlooked, and strength you did not know you had. When life places you in a season of pain, it is not the universe turning against you. It is life's way of steering you, redirecting your steps, and reshaping your understanding of what really matters. Without discomfort, you would remain stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same cycles, never seeing beyond the narrow view of your comfort zone. Pain disrupts that, and in the disruption, a new vision begins to take shape. When you shift your perspective and see pain not as a curse but as a compass, you begin to notice the subtle wisdom hidden within it. Think of the body itself. Physical pain is not there to punish you, but to alert you that something is wrong, something needs attention, something requires change. Emotional and spiritual pain function in the same way. They are signals guiding you to recognize what is broken, what must be healed, and where you need to grow. This realization transforms the weight of pain into a form of instruction. You no longer sit under it in despair. Instead, you rise from it with clarity, with direction, and with purpose. The truth is, pain sharpens awareness. It forces you to reflect on your choices, your priorities, and your values. It strips away illusions and confronts you with reality, but not to shame you, to teach you. And if you are willing to listen, it will not leave you bitter, it will leave you wiser. Number two, every struggle carries a hidden lesson for growth. Every struggle carries a hidden lesson for growth, though in the moment it may be difficult to recognize. When you are in the middle of hardship, it feels heavy, exhausting, and sometimes unbearable. You wonder why you have to go through it, why life could not have chosen an easier road. Yet, if you pause and look back at your past battles, you will realize that each one shaped you. Each one taught you something that ease and comfort never could. Struggles stretch you, forcing you beyond what you thought were your limits. And in doing so, they cultivate resilience that cannot be developed in times of ease. The growth may not come instantly, but over time, the lessons of your struggles become clearer, and they leave you stronger, wiser, and more capable. There is always a lesson hidden within the difficulties of life. Sometimes the lesson is about patience, teaching you how to wait with grace instead of frustration. Sometimes the lesson is about endurance, showing you that quitting will never reveal your true strength, but pushing forward will. At other times, the lesson is about compassion, reminding you that pain connects us all and that your own struggles make you more sensitive to the struggles of others. Struggles strip away pride and illusions, leaving behind humility and understanding. They remind you that you are human, that you are not in control of everything, but you can still choose how to respond. The hidden beauty of struggle is that it always prepares you for something greater. You may not see it now, but the obstacle you face today could be the very training ground for the opportunity you will meet tomorrow. Growth is never born in comfort. It is forged in the fires of adversity, and every struggle you endure holds a gift meant to shape your future. Number three, pain builds resilience and inner strength. Pain builds resilience and inner strength in ways that comfort never can. When everything is going well, you rarely question yourself, you rarely dig deep into the reserves of your character, and you rarely test the limits of your endurance. But when pain comes, it forces you to face challenges that demand more than what feels easy or natural. Each time you endure hardship and survive it, you become a little tougher, a little wiser, and a little more grounded. Pain pushes you beyond the surface and compels you to discover the strength that has been sleeping within you all along. It strips away illusions of weakness and shows you that you are capable of bearing far more than you imagined. Resilience is not something you are born with in full measure. It is developed through experience. Pain acts as the training ground where resilience is forged. The heartbreaks, disappointments, and setbacks you face may feel like they are breaking you, but in reality, they are stretching you, preparing you, and refining you. Each difficulty you overcome adds another layer of strength to your spirit, making you less likely to crumble the next time a storm arrives. You do not become hardened in a way that makes you cold. Rather, you become steady in a way that allows you to remain unshaken when the winds of life blow fiercely against you. Inner strength does not grow in times of ease. It is in the silent tears, the restless nights, and the battles no one sees that your character deepens. Pain teaches you persistence. It shows you the value of endurance, and it helps you discover that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. In this way, pain becomes a silent sculptor, shaping you into someone who can carry life's burdens with dignity and strength. Number 4, the greatest wisdom often comes from the deepest wounds. The greatest wisdom often comes from the deepest wounds, because pain has a way of revealing truths that comfort would never uncover. When life wounds you, it strips away false appearances, shallow distractions, and illusions of control. It brings you face to face with what truly matters, forcing you to reevaluate your values, your choices, and even your understanding of yourself. The wounds may cut deep, but within them lies the potential for transformation. They carry lessons written not in books, but in the language of lived experience, carved into the soul through suffering. That is why the wisdom that comes from wounds often feels heavier, more real, and more enduring than anything that can be taught through words alone. Deep wounds remind you of your vulnerability, but they also open your eyes to your strength. They teach you that life is fragile, time is precious, and people are not to be taken for granted. Many who have walked through heartbreak, betrayal, or loss discover truths that change how they see the world forever. They become more compassionate, more discerning, and more grounded. The wound, while painful, becomes a teacher that shapes their perspective in ways they would never have chosen, yet desperately needed. Wisdom gained from wounds also carries a unique authenticity. It cannot be faked or borrowed. It must be earned. You recognize in others who have suffered a depth that only experience creates. They speak with a weight that comes from knowing, not just imagining, what it means to hurt and to heal. This kind of wisdom softens pride, sharpens discernment, and makes you more careful about how you live. In truth, the scars of life, though reminders of pain, also hold within them the richest lessons of the human journey. Number 5, pain teaches us gratitude for moments of peace. Pain teaches us gratitude for moments of peace in a way that nothing else can. When life is calm, when the days move smoothly, it is easy to take that peace for granted. You go about your routines without noticing the small blessings, quiet mornings, laughter with loved ones, the comfort of health, or even the stillness of an ordinary day. But when pain arrives, whether through illness, heartbreak, loss, or struggle, it interrupts that rhythm and shows you how precious those simple, peaceful moments truly are. Pain becomes a sharp reminder that peace is not something to overlook, but something to cherish with all your heart. When you have walked through suffering, even the smallest joys shine brighter. A day without worry feels like a gift. A night of restful sleep becomes a treasure. The smile of someone you love, the ability to breathe without heaviness, the chance to wake up without sorrow pressing on your chest, these become miracles in their own right. Pain adjusts the lens through which you see life, magnifying what is beautiful and stripping away the noise that once distracted you. Gratitude grows naturally in this soil because you begin to realize how fragile peace is and how deeply blessed you are each time it returns. This is why those who have suffered often carry a deeper appreciation for life. They know what it feels like to lose, and so they value what they have with greater intensity. Pain awakens the heart, teaching it to say thank you for the things once ignored. It creates an awareness that peace is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. Without pain, you might never pause to appreciate it, but through pain, you learn that every calm moment is a blessing worth holding close. Number 6, if we learn from pain, it transforms into power. If we learn from pain, it transforms into power, because pain by itself is not what changes us. It is what we choose to do with it. Many people experience hardship, but not everyone allows it to shape them into something greater. The difference lies in perspective. When you see pain only as suffering, it weakens you. But when you choose to see pain as a teacher, you uncover lessons that strengthen you, wisdom that grounds you, and resilience that carries you forward. This shift turns the very thing that once made you feel powerless into the source of your greatest strength. Pain holds within it an energy that can either destroy or build. If ignored or resented, it becomes bitterness, but if studied and understood, it becomes fuel. The setbacks, betrayals, and losses you endure can give you clarity about what truly matters, determination to rise above what tried to break you, and courage to face life with boldness. The scars left behind by pain do not have to be signs of defeat. They can be reminders of survival, proof that you endured, and evidence that you grew stronger because of it. Pain that is learned from is no longer a burden. It is a source of empowerment. Every person who has achieved greatness has at some point learned to turn pain into power. Athletes, leaders, artists, and visionaries often speak of their hardest moments as the very reason they found their strength. Their pain became their fuel, their inspiration, their drive. And this is available to anyone willing to listen to what pain is trying to teach. The transformation happens the moment you decide not to be defined by your suffering, but to be refined by it, allowing pain to lift you into a higher version of yourself. My friends, pain is not here to break you. It is here to shape you. Every struggle, every wound, every tear carries within it a lesson, a seed of wisdom, and the power to transform your life. If you choose to listen, pain becomes your greatest teacher, guiding you towards strength, gratitude, and growth. Do not run from it, and do not resent it. Instead, rise with it, learn from it, and allow it to turn into your power. Because in the end, it is not the easy moments that define you, it is the way you rise from the painful ones that reveals who you truly are.